Book of the Week, Every Moment Matters by John O'Sullivan. Hi, welcome everybody. It's Jason Barlow, RMT, and I'm here today as your therapist and as your coach to help you transform any stress, tension, and pain into health, happiness, and vitality. Every Friday, I like to share my book of the week, and I've got a few to share with you, as you can see in the background. And this week in particular, I'm centering in on one of my favorites with respective coaching, especially youth. But any coach would benefit from this wonderful book called Every Moment Matters. And I just love the title because John O'Sullivan is geared especially towards coaches that work with youth. And those youth are very moldable and, adaptable and yearning, wishing and wanting to learn. So Every Moment Matters, just the title alone is when we have that precious time to work with any youth as a volunteer coach, as a parent coach, and then that's certainly my experience in my community, is we've got to cherish those times because eventually they're going to grow up. And here I am, a product of some coaches that I experienced when I was a child myself that had such an amazing impact in my life at that age, but still have a lasting effect now later in my life. And I can remember some coaches who I was like, you get a sense of some people's energies. Like, yeah, I don't know if I want to spend too much time learning from this person, but this person over here, wow, I've learned a great deal. Not only have I learned a great deal from them, they actually epitomize what it is that they're sharing with me. Have you ever had that experience? Have you ever been around a coach or trainer or somebody who is sharing and spewing this information with you, and they're getting you to follow what being told, but yet they're not following what it is that they're sharing with you. And there's a level of authenticity that comes with any type of, I was saying coach, but I think that applies to anything, right? Relationship dynamics, business, in school as a teacher, as a volunteer coach, parent coach, as a meditation teacher, a yoga teacher, whatever it is, a therapist, whatever it is. I remember Dr. DeMartini says, right, years ago, he said that people can see through BS. People can see through that. Your true self shines when it is that you're trying to share that information with people. And especially from a point of view of trying to educate people about nutrition and lifestyle. As Paul Chek shared with me years ago, if you're going to find or seek advice, especially when it comes to health and nutrition, ask that person to take off their shirt. Let them be an illustration of what it is that they're sharing with you. And very often we can fall into a trap where we're just following the masses because that's what they've been told. That's what they've been said. And I'm obviously alluding a little bit here to what's going on in our current pandemic across the globe. And I'm not going to get into that. I have my own personal feelings and experiences on that. You want to chat more about that? Come and get a treatment from me. And I like to have that dialogue going back and forth. Where I'm going right now, though, is not where I want to go. What I want to do is center it on this book. Every Moment Matters. So let me just read the blurb on the back here because it's very valuable to help you with understanding what this book gets into. So how do top coaches design practices, inspire their players, and build teams that sustain their excellence season after season? How do they instill high-performing behaviors? How do they coach men and women differently? What about coaching their own children? Most importantly, are these secrets available to the rest of us coaching youth, high school, and college teams? In Every Moment Matters, renowned coach educator John O'Sullivan has collected hundreds of interviews with top coaches, sports scientists, psychologists, and athletes, and distilled them into a blueprint for becoming a more effective and inspiring leader. And it's exhaustive. The work and research that John O'Sullivan has gone to is meticulous. There are some phenomenal golden nuggets. I mean, I've read it once, but I'm going to have to read this at least 2 or 3 times. And there's going to be certain parts to it, like any book, that you're like, okay, this resonates with me more than others. Like I've highlighted 2 here that I've got to go back to. Another one over this page. So it's broken it down into lessons. So you can always go back and then nitpick at those particular lessons. Great coaches realize something that others do not. Every moment matters. You must be intentional about everything you do. Whether you are coaching your local youth soccer team, leading your high school football program, or competing at an NCAA championship, Every Moment Matters will give you the tools and strategies to become the coach you always wished you had and the coach today's athletes are craving. Get ready to have your best season ever. Like I say, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's only for any athletic coaches, sports coaches, CrossFit coaches, massage therapists, anybody that's working with somebody one-on-one, psychologists, chiropractors, teachers, especially educators is a big one. There's some incredibly valuable tools that you can take away from this resource that spans over, decades of success in universities to local communities, and just these little beautiful stories and anecdotes that he pulls in and research to support what he's sharing with you that you can then reference as well. So I highly recommend this book of the week. Every Moment Matters. Go get a copy, read it, indulge, and then please share a review, share some information, what it is that you've learned from this book. If you've already read it, put a little blurb below. Tell us what you thought, what you took away from it, and maybe what you're still reviewing and ongoingly finding that, yeah, this particular area right now is what I'm having to center in on and continue to master. So book of the week, Every Moment Matters. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you found that a benefit. Please do leave a review, share this podcast, share this video. Let's spread this message. I want people to have this information available to them. And the more people, the merrier, because I'm all about this. Healthy, happy energy, helping you transform your stress, tension, and pain into health, happiness, and vitality in as little time as possible, because we're all busy. I appreciate that as a busy dad, business owner, volunteer coach, and volunteer meditation teacher. There's a lot going on in my life, right? But it's all about how we choose to spend our time, and we'll always do what we want to do at the end of the day. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Have a great weekend. We'll see you.